Hey. So in this video, I would like to show you how I manage my tasks with Obsidian. Therefore, we can go to our tasks page and check out this section here where we see our real tasks. On the very top, you see the ones with deadlines within the next 7 days. And below, you can see all the tasks which are sorted from importance and urgency. So the most important and urgent one are on the very top, and thereby we follow the Eisenhower decision matrix, which I will explain in the video as well. Below you can find all our projects, and when we click in our project, we can also see tasks which are related to the project. Here we see also the tasks which with a deadline within the next 7 days, and also all the other tasks here. Once we finish a task, for example, inviting a guest or inviting guests, let me just do it on the right, that we can see the impact on the left. We can just tag the task as done. The task will be gone here. And when we search for guests, we also see at the very bottom of the list that the file is somewhere else and it's grayed out. Yes. We can also see a visualization of our tasks in the way we see it here. When we click here, I created a canvas where we can see our most urgent important tasks here, the ones in another cluster, and so on and so on. Yes, have fun with this video. Leave likes and comments if you like, and good luck with everything. Bye-bye. In general, there are plugins for tasks available. When you go to community plugins and then you browse, you can search for tasks. Yeah, you might find nice solutions here, but I did not check any of them because I try to keep the plugins which I use as minimal as possible to reduce complexity and also to increase creativity with the tools we already know, because some of them are really powerful, and once you get to know to use them in the task way for now, you might also use them for other opportunities and think, yeah, about other ways to use them. Yes, so there are plugins, but I will show you how I do it with the plugins I showed already in the previous tutorials, which are Data View, Node Refactor, and Templater. Yes. And what I did here, I just opened up the vault, which I created in the last tutorial, so the last file. I made a copy of that, and in the meanwhile, I made some changes on my personal vault. This is why I now will change some shortcuts that I am able to, yeah, to work in a flow. Otherwise, I would maybe press the wrong shortcut for the wrong command. So the quick, oh no, sorry. There's the quick switcher, which is standard to Command O. I will change it to Command P because this is also the same shortcut as in Notion. And now Command P is occupied twice, and it is conflicting with the command palette, and I will just command palette. I will put this on Command O. Yeah. So these changed. And also, yes, I use Command 1 for heading 1 and so on. Yes, and they are also conflicting with, I think, with tab. Yes, and I will remove them as well. Yes, great. So let's jump right in. This is where we stopped last time. So we had this task page where this query was located. And this query basically does the following. Imagine you have a meeting with friends, I don't know. And and also one thing I implement. Oh. Okay. The postman came. So let's continue. Let's assume you have a meeting with friends and you want to insert the default template. For now, I realized that I also made a small adjustment in my personal vault, and this is that I jump directly to this place to make an upper link, and therefore I have this this string as a function. I will go now to my default template and just put in this one. I can show it to you. So actually it is those double brackets and then this command for the templater that the file cursor jumps there. But when we use it now, it will not work because you additionally need to go to templater and tick this or toggle this option, automatic jump to cursor. And now when we go back to our meeting with friends, and now we directly jump in there. And I will just connect it to meetings, which was not created. So let's link this to organization, and this maybe to the landing page. Because, as you remember, every node has an upper link. Great. So, yeah, I wanted to show what this query does. So we have this meeting with friends, and then we write down content. And yeah, suddenly somebody says, Moritz, can you buy food? And I say, yes, I will buy food. Moritz buys food. And I will mark this as a task like that. And this query, as you can see, now takes all the nodes which are marked like a task like that in here, and they will be grouped by the name of the file itself. So when we have another meeting with family, it's also a meeting, and I also take a lot of notes. In the end, I need to organize Christmas. Moritz organizes Christmas. You can see that, yeah, this information also appears here. Yeah, that was where we left off last time, but now I created a more complex version of that, because you can imagine if you have a lot of tasks here, they would not be sorted. And I think that for efficient task management, tasks need to be, first of all, sorted. So you need to see which task is relevant today, how important is it, how urgent is it. And also it's nice when you work with tasks to group them. So for example, I don't know, do all the tasks which are office related in 1 hour, and don't mix office with music, with cooking and shopping. But yeah, everybody can find his or her own way to do this. But I think that this is a very good fundamental thing. And yes, I want to show you now the Eisenhower matrix. And yes, so in the Eisenhower matrix, there are two axes. One is the importance and the other one is the urgency. And there are tasks which are important and urgent, and they need to be done right now. There are tasks which are important but not urgent, and therefore we need to decide when to do them, so we schedule them. There are parts or tasks which are not important, however urgent, we should delegate them. And there are tasks which are not important and not urgent, and we should delete them. And I will also make a screenshot of that. Oh, let me do it more properly. And I will put it in our task list as background information for now. Yes. So, so what are the next steps for this more complex system? Basically, these tasks or these nodes which are labeled as a task like that, they need to be processed further, because in my new system, every task is 1 page. So I will write nodes to process to real tasks. And then let me make a section here with real tasks, because here we are in the node of task and we already had this shortcut in which we get all the nodes which are connected to the file here, so to this. So what I want to show you is that when Moritz organizes Christmas and I refactor this node, I showed how to refactor before, so check out this video. And now I will link this to tasks. We should see that it comes up here. And after I did this, I tick the box here that this node has been processed to a real task. And yes, but now we just get a list here. And I like it more when we have a table. Change this to a table, because now we can also add some properties and see those properties. Because for a task, I would like to have, as discussed before with the Eisenhower matrix, I would like to have importance, urgency, I'd like to have a due date and a deadline. I would change those properties to dates. And yeah. And then let's also show these information here. And deadline. Yes, and now when we put in the information here, and it's relevant today, we should see it here. Yes. And yeah, with this categories here, so these properties, we can build up our management system in which we group tasks and just show tasks to related yeah, categories. But I will show that later. Yeah, this took a while to make this node to task, because yeah, we did not have a template yet. So this is why we will now create a default task template in which we add these properties. I will actually remove these ones to make it more clear. I will always link this task to tasks. And I need to change this again, because here we see this string for templater, but here we have now the date. Yeah, I cannot change it here because this is date property. So I will just reveal that file and driver and open it with Visual Studio Code, and then I will exchange it here. It should be all right. Nice. And I will also add this template to a hot queue, which is Command Shift T, which is occupied already. This is why I will, yes. And I also want, because my workflow is going to be the following, I will just mark it and node refactor it. But now you see that the template which has applied is not the task one. And this is why I will delete this again. Here in the node refactor settings, we defined our content for our template for the new, so for the refactored files, but I will delete it completely for now. And then when I refactor it, nothing happens, and then I just select the template I would like to have. And yeah, now we have all the fields here, and tasks is also connected here. So let's go back to our page and toggle the box here. Yes. Now we see the following, that we have no tasks or no nodes which need to be processed to real tasks. and we just have real tasks here on the bottom. I see that we see this template default task here, but let's exclude this like this template default task. Yes, it's cleaner. Now next principle comes into my mind, because while using my system, I don't want to think about, oh, what do I need to do here to make my system work. So I would like that my system tells me when I need to do something. So let me change this page. Now the first section is background information. The next section, maintain system. And then below we have the real tasks output. Let me do it like this. And in the maintaining system, we need to process our nodes to tasks, and we need to give every task all the categories which need to be filled. And I would do it like this. Fill in information. And now we need a query again. I will now just take the one below here, make a copy. And yes, we will tell that we want to list all the tasks where importance is empty or urgency is empty or due date is empty. Yes. And here, let's exclude exactly them. Let me copy the command. And yes. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I can leave this. Just empty. It's not empty. I think like this it should work. Yes. So now we get all the tasks which are not clustered here. So let me open this. I will remove it here that you can see the outcome. Now we say it's very important that I buy food and it's very urgent and I need to do it today. And now, yeah, we maintained our whole system and here we get the output. And now it is, let me just add more tasks. For example, I need to buy a guitar, I don't know, and make a task out of it. Buy drums, get more, now get drinks, maybe. And what else? I don't know. Get clothes. Yes. Okay. Yes, now we have a lot of tasks. I will just close the tabs here. And now we see that our system tells us, we need to process some stuff. So let's buy a guitar. It's not very important, not very urgent, and I will start next week. Buy drums is also not very important, it's not urgent, and I will start in February. I need to get clothes. Come on. Yes, it's also not important, not urgent. Let's start. Maybe, yeah, today. And I need to get drinks. This is very important for today. I don't know. Yes, and now everything is processed. And now we can see that the tasks are not sorted properly here because I want to have the most urgent and most important tasks on the very top. So let's sort the tasks for importance and urgency. Yes, and now we have the most important and the most urgent on the very top, and then the next one. And further, I don't want to see the tasks which are where the due date is in the future, because I don't want to start with them right now. And this is why we say here and uh, due date is smaller than smaller and equal to date and today. Yes, and now we have just the tasks which are relevant today. Okay, so now let's continue with what happens when we finish a task. So for example, I want to have this on the right. So I bought the food and now this is done. Actually, I would like to just link it to done, and done does not has a file yet, so I will just create it and I will link it to a status which is not there already, and status, I don't know, is part of organization. Yes, so now we have the tag done, and yeah, we still see the task here, so I would like to exclude the task where it is linked to done. Done. So this means and not linked to done. There's a mistake. Yeah. I don't need to put it here. I need to put it here. Yes, and now this is gone. But now, after the tasks are gone, and I don't know, you are searching for something, for example, guitar, you can find the files here, and then you search for food, you still get the task, but it is kind of, yeah, it might be useless because it is already finished. So what I like is to exclude the tasks which I finished from the search, and therefore there's an option. Let me first create the folder done, because then we can exclude files here, exclude files from a certain folder. And now I add the done folder, I hit save, and now we just need to make sure that this file is moved there. So let's remove the done tag here, because I will do it again. And let's go to the templater, to the templates folder, and we create now a template with nothing in except of the tag done, template text done. And further, I will also implement this string here, which basically says move the file to the folder done and name it by the file title. Yes, and now let's add this template also to the shortcuts, and I will use Command Shift D. And now we got it. And now what happens is the following. Now you see the folder done is empty. Let's go back to the task of food. And now when we hit Command Shift D, mistake is, this needs to be spelled in a small letter that it exactly matches the folder. And now when we hit Command D, it is tagged with done and the file is moved to done. And now when we search for food, we still find it, but it is gray. And when we have other nodes related to food, they will be on top. So this is on the very end of the list. And that's exactly what we want to have. Yes. So, and the task is gone here. Let's show you now how to visualize this a little bit more, because I love to use Notion on the first hand because it allows nice visualization, and somehow you can do this also in Obsidian. So I would now like to go to the right, and I want to create a canvas, which I call tasks. And then on tasks, I would just link this canvas also here. And then tasks, we can also visualization. Now we have this link, and now we come to this canvas. And now let's just create what we see on the left. We want to have all the tasks the same as here. Put it in. Now you see that we get an error because we need to now tell exactly that we want to have all the files which are linked to tasks, and because it does not work that we take all the files which are linked to this canvas. Yes, so now we see exactly the same result as here, but now we want to see only, actually also let's change this to a list. We want to see only the tasks with importance A and urgency A. So we want to tell here and importance equals A and urgency equals A. Let's check. Yeah, I need to wrap them in quotes. And another mistake. And yes, and now it's just scattering the first one. And now we can, first I would like to make it green. And now we can copy and paste that here and here and here. Let's make this red, blue, and gray. And now this is importance A and urgency B. This is importance B, but urgency A, and this is BB. B and B. Yes. And now let's add a task which is very urgent but not important. Urgent but not important. Important. It is not important but urgent. And we do it today. Yes, and now we see that we have this kind of metrics also in a visual way here. And sometimes I would like to add a task pretty quickly, and I would want that it is directly clustered with it is urgent and I need to do it today. This is why I also have a template for default tasks, as you can see, but urgent. And I will insert A as default for importance and urgency. And I will also copy this line of code to the due date. Yes. And now it looks like this. Let's also add this to a hotkey, urgent, and it's Command Shift U. And now when I have a important task, I just hit Command Shift U, and now everything is filled. And we can see it here. Yes, I will delete this for now. So now I want to show you some ways how I use this basic structure to, to do some other stuff. For example, if I think we have persons already here. Yes. If I want to discuss something with Joseph, I just make to discuss. And now I have a task. Oh no, let's take one of the ones we already have. So take the one with the drinks. I want to discuss this with Joseph. Then I just tag it with to discuss, which we do not have yet. So it is a status. with Joseph. And now we will just use data view again to show what you want to see. Now maybe also add something else. Maybe we know Elizabeth. We know her from Joseph. And now we see that we have two links here. But yeah, we want to just see the tasks which are things which needs to be discussed with Joseph. So let's take all the nodes, link to this file and to discuss. And they are not already done. And now we just see that get drinks is something we need to discuss with him. And we can also make a table and add urgency and importance here. Let's make an example where now add new members to the band. This is super urgent. I just used the urgent template and I need to discuss Joseph. Yes, then it will appear here soon. Yeah, now it's here. I also like to use the following. For example, we have this history of music, and I don't know, when I go to Asian cultures and I read something here, for example, I don't know, Indonesian, and I don't know the word, then you can just node refactor it, take it as a task, and now it will also appear here. And what this means for me is now get to know Indonesian. Because yeah, I read something and I realized I don't know the word, and then you can just add it to your task list while simply using the node refactor shortcut. And now it's here also. And maybe this also has a deadline. I don't know, we need to do it till tomorrow because it's important. Yes, then it also should be urgent actually. Yes, and now it will be on the very top of the list. We can also add the tasks which have a deadline on the top of the list. Then you always see them, or maybe it's even better to show the tasks in a certain view where the deadline is very soon. So I will remove this sorting here and take the same query again. And now let's also define and the deadline is smaller than date of today plus the durance of 1 week. And it didn't work. Let me check. And deadline should not be empty. Yes. And now when we need to get drinks by today, it's also added here. And in this view, I would then sort for deadline and then importance and urgency. So you have the one which has the closest deadline on the very top. And let me be precise within next 7 days and all tasks. And now I want to show you how I use a project template for my tasks, because now I see all the tasks here, but you can also tag your tasks with projects. For example, get drinks is related to the topic of maybe band party on actually today. So let's just create this here. And I would actually do it like that. Yeah, that's a band party and this is a project. Great, we already have projects as a node. And Yes, now I want to see all my tasks which are related to this project. And therefore, let's just take again the same query here and add it here and say and tasks. What did I do now? Because now this query is already taking all the nodes which are connected to this file name, but not to tasks. So this is why I added tasks here, and the rest stays the same. And we can now do the same with the deadlines and tasks. Tasks, yes, like that. And now we see all the tasks related to the party here. And let's add some other tasks to this project. For example, get RPA system. And it's a task which is linked to the project band party. That was the name. Band party. Yes. And now we still need to fill in the information to get it here, but our system will tell us. And get chairs, I don't know. It's also related to the party. Invite guests. Guests. Also task related to the party. Oops, what's the meeting? Band party. And I need to do this today maybe. And now, yeah, when we go back to our maintenance page, we see that there are some tasks which do not have information. Get PA system is, maybe it's very important, but not that urgent. I will start next week. I want to get chairs. It's important and urgent. I want to start today. And the last one is invite guests. Very important, very urgent. I need to do it today because today is a deadline. And now, yes, you see that at band party, we have this information. And I would actually now copy this and create again a template. So default project template. It is like this. Template default project. Let's remove this and this. Ah, no, actually, that was wrong. I don't want to have the heading here. So let's again go to Visual Studio Code and now remove all of that. Yeah, that's better because I would just want to insert the queries. Let's also add them now to our templater hotkey. And actually, you don't need to give everything a hotkey because I don't know, you might not remember all of your hotkeys. And if something you do not use that often, just adding the template here makes it appearing also in the command plate. So when I now hit type project, it is also listed here. And one thing, you can now also just link this band party project to your tasks. So now it will also appear here, and once you clustered everything, it could also appear here. Or you just do it like that. You have real tasks here, and then you have projects. And then you just you get a query of all list of all the projects you have, which are actually not done Yes, and maybe also a table. And I will do the same as in the other part. Importance, urgency, due date, deadline. Deadline. Yes. But no, we did not fill any information here, but I think you know how to do it right now. So yeah, so actually we have a project here. So just use the green lights band project, and we need to have task for that. And so search band members. It's a task connected to green lights band project. We need to very urgently get a gig. I don't know, write a song. Um, very urgent, and it's in the green light project. So it's also included here now. Write a song. Where is it? Yeah, the very top. And now when we go to the green lights project, we already see some stuff. But now let's insert our project template. And now we see following. I do it like that. And content, I don't know, members, songs. Yes. Yeah, and now we see all the tasks related to this project here on the top. Yes. And actually, this is the fundament of being very free in the ways you would like to cluster your tasks. Because now I link them to projects, but you can now also think about, I want to see my tasks related to the consumption. So for example, I clustered my tasks personally. Do they take less than 1 minute, less than 5 minutes, less than 10 minutes, or more than 10 minutes? Because I know all the tasks which take time less than 1 minute, I can easily do them, I don't know, 10 tasks in 10 minutes. And yeah, for the other side, for example, the ones who take longer than 10 minutes, I need to really find a slot to do them. And it helps me to have a good overview about my tasks. But you can also do it like short term, mid term, long term. Yeah, you can just add tags and then adjust your queries the way you would like to have them. For example, what I love is the daily note. Where is it? Daily notes. Open daily note on startup. And here's the folder where we put the new file in. It's just our vault, and then there are also templates which can be used. And let's create one templates. Maybe just create a new one and move file to, where is it? It's here actually. Move file to templates, template daily note, and then I insert the default template. I will remove those properties, and I will create a node which is called daily node, and I will just link it to the landing page. And now on the daily setup, you can show all the tasks which are which needs to be done today. So let's get all tasks again, and where due date is equal to today. Did I take the right one? Oh yeah, we need to link it to tasks again. Yeah, and these are all the tasks which are important today. Tasks for today. And yeah, I will now close this Obsidian that you can see what happens when we open it. Because this happens. Now if I open this. Oh, something did not work. Because the template was not... I did not link the template here. So now let's do it. Daily note template. And let's delete it again. And now when we open up this vault, yeah, we get this daily template. And yeah, now you see all the tasks which needs to be done today. And I then just write notes here, as I explained in the beginning. And when I need to do something, for example, if I have a meeting with somebody, and then I need to organize stuff, I just mark it as a task. And yeah, now we actually are in the loop where I started today. Because yeah, the day goes by and you don't need to think anything. You just go to your tasks and then you see that you need to organize stuff. You will tag it. It will feed the system, and afterwards you will find the task wherever you put queries to see the task. Yes. Now I will actually add the shortcuts to the landing page. I changed them. So this is O, this is P. Then command 1, heading 1, command 2, heading 2, command 3, heading 3, command 4, heading 4, heading 5. I think that's it. And then command shift plus D is done, tag, done, or basically insert template, done to be more precise. Command shift plus U, insert template of urgent task. Command shift plus T, insert task template. Command shift P is insert project template. Is it that? I think so. And if not, you can watch the video again and see which shortcuts we created here. Yeah, I think that's it.